What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in. If you like what you see, check out the entire episode at patreon.com/partywithstrategy. Every single week is a bonus episode. That's 4 episodes a month for $5. In a time where everything's overpriced, we're bringing back the clearance rack, baby. Let's go, champ. We'll see you over there. Enjoy the preview. We're ready to go? All right. Welcome back to the Party with Strategy podcast. Stratpack's in the building. Patreon. Let's go. Had another cancellation. And this is what you guys get now. You can thank Shane for that. He canceled on us. He said he had a business meeting that was going to run late into a business dinner. And to be honest, I respect him. It's probably why he has a newly renovated 3 flat and a Rolex. But, sometimes people just don't take the pod as seriously as you would like or as you take it. And it's because they don't know. You know what I'm saying? Diamond Cut knows. We sit in this room together, in this cramped room together every Monday, and we put in work, and we try and maintain a schedule, and we try and put out good content. And it is truly treated like a job, but I think the average consumer or potential guest, they don't see that perspective, but that's all right. We're going to talk about some things. I was pretty much just going to recap my weekend because I had a mediocre DJ weekend, right? It's not like one of those weekends where I'm still riding the high off of doing an amazing set and killing a show, and I'm feeling like my DJ skills are unmatched and I'm like a god amongst men. It's like one of those DJ weekends where you're just like, how much longer can I really do this? And that's going to be relatable for the DJs who are subscribed to the Patreon. And I appreciate you guys and thank you. And also, Shane canceled, so this is a solo pod, if you didn't gather that by now, which I haven't done since being in Houston. And those are on the Patreon. So if you're watching this, you know what's about to happen. Everyone just fucking exits right there. But it should be better because we got Diamond Cut now. There's someone else in the room. I was literally just like eating mushrooms and trying to ramble on topics, and it was a disaster last time. And if you're interested in seeing them, you can find them all on the Patreon. They're still up there because I ain't a bitch. I'm not going to delete them. I know they're absolutely heinous, and most people would scrub the internet of that type of thing, but I don't. I'm going to leave it up there for you. And if you want to pay $5 for 1 month, check them all out. You can even make fun of me, send me a message on Instagram, talk shit, whatever you want. So this weekend I did Friday at a spot. I was at Joy and it was fantastic. I really like what they've done with the room, and I love actually, I didn't even tell you this, Diamond Cut, but they got a brand new A9 mixer, as well as Liquor Box got brand new gear, A9 and 2 CDJ 3000s, and both of them made sure that I knew and appreciated the gear. And they kind of made it seem like they're like, yeah, we hear you talking shit on the pods, and we're sick of it. And instead of just firing me, which would have solved the problem, they got new gear. We're making some headway is what I'm trying to say. So
enough complaining and ended up getting you newer equipment.
Yeah, I think most people get nervous because, a lot of people are like, damn, dude, you talk a lot of shit on the pod, or they would expect me to get fired. And sometimes I feel that way too. I'm like, these places pay me money, and then I come sit in this room and complain about it.
So how can we get down here to come out with the 3000 Nexus 2? Who do we have to complain to?
I mean, Pioneer, we should light them on fire and piss on it to try and put it out because that's a piece of shit company. Those 3000s at Joy, I mean, here I go complaining again. The left CDJ 3000 at Joy District sticks and slips and you cannot scratch on it. And that is just what I love most about DJing is the live manipulation of the music through being able to touch and move the track with your hands. There's nothing like that. A lot of these young kids, they're studio kids. They want to sit in their studio and produce music and take 17 splice loops and layer them on top of each other and then take a Snapchat of their screen of 17 tracks. Look at my Ableton screen. I have all these tracks. It's not just 2 loops, it's 30 loops.
Careful though, you might offend the internal DJs.
Yeah. Well, speaking of internal DJs, and this weekend, Mr. Han was opening at Joy. And I know you think I'm about to talk shit, but I'm not. I'm going to give him his flowers because he crushed it, bro. I mean, it's like when Phenom used to just absolutely crush, and then you'd realize that he's an internal, and you're like, what the fuck is this? How is this even happening? Same thing. Han was like doing ill live mashups in internal on Tractor.
Shit. Wasn't he on sticks? I thought he was on sticks.
Maybe he goes back and forth. He said that to me actually. I started setting up my computer. He was like, "I thought you were on sticks." I was like, "Well, that means my marketing scheme is working because I'm just telling people that I'm on sticks, but I'm still on a laptop." So yeah, I mean he crushed it, bro. There's nothing better than a good opening DJ where I'm then into it, and I'm even a little bit nervous about playing. I'm like inspired, and I'm also like, damn, I gotta come hard. Like I had to pull my laptop out 15 minutes before I went on, got a little, playlist, a little prepared list together. But where was I? Joy.
Yeah, they got an 8.9, and so did.
Yeah, Liquorbox got all new gear, and it's crazy that the complaining is working. And I might cross the line at some point, but if it's working, if it ain't broke, don't fix it is what they say. So let's get this left CDJ at Joy District fixed by talking about how much it sucks. Who's that? No, I'm kidding. He hasn't, like, I've been posting that clip and he has not liked it or anything. I don't even know if he's seen it. He might be a little salty about it, but when he was in here, he was talking all sorts of shit and having a good time. So I feel like he's
also been traveling.
He's a playful guy.
Like every time he's like, "Oh, just got home, but I'm leaving again." It's just like, all right, cool.
That's what you do when you're rich.
I mean,
that's what you do when you're making all of the money. When you own every establishment in the city, you want to go other places. You want to take that money and you want to go spend it in Italy. And I'm not mad at him. But Joy was good. The set was going great. I'm playing super gay stuff and really enjoying it these days.
I mean, explain. Don't just say like super gay stuff.
I mean, I look most forward to playing Justin Bieber and Nicki Minaj Beauty and the Beat. I mean, I can feel my penis opening up into a vagina when I play that song.
So it's not going in, it's just opening up.
It's not going in. It's splaying open like a surgery.
Jesus.
like a what's the surgery called they give to these kids these days?
To the kids these days.
Transitional surgery, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, so Joy District, it's going well. I'm playing all the greatest gay hits of the times, and then all of a sudden Spender comes in. They come up to me. I already know what it is. He comes up, he's like, "I'm sorry to have to do this." He like comes up apologizing first, and I'm like, it's all good. We're having a good time in here. What do you need? I got you. Whatever you're about to tell me you want me to do, I'm having fun and I'll do it. I'm not even mad at you. They want hip hop. Spender's spending money. He wants to hear hip hop. He loves Jeezy. It's actually my boy who I met from DJing at Joy. And then like, if I'm gonna have, if you're gonna request me to play a certain style of music for somebody, I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna go above and beyond. I want to know his name. I want to read all the signs that come out. I want to be like, you want this party to be revolving around this dude, then I'm gonna really lean into it. I'm shouting this guy out like that's my boy now.
The guy who's requesting a song?
The guy who's coming in to buy all the tables, my boy C. So that's going well. We're having fun. I'm playing hip hop. It was great. Like I get it. My job is to make the club money, continue to make sure that the dance floor is hanging on and having a good time, even though I'm really only kind of catering to this table. There's just some days that I fully understand and accept that, and I will do it gladly. But I think like anything, it's a balance, right? Because that happened at Joy and it was fun. And then obviously me and my boy, we had such a good fucking time. I'm like, I'm going to Liquor Box. He's like, I'm coming too. I'm like, let's fucking go. He gets there, same thing. But I just felt myself hit a wall. I felt myself burn out. I felt myself just be like, all right, how many Jeezy songs can I play? And how many times can I say like, turn me up? Let's go. You know, like I was just like, all right, I did this for 2 hours straight at Joy. I'm doing it for another hour here. I have 30 minutes left, and I'll never forget when Architect told me, like, yo, the last 30 minutes of any DJ set, wherever you're at, is for you. Doesn't matter what they told you to do all night. That last 30 minutes, that's for you. And I put that to the test on Friday night because I just literally cleared the room. I was like, all right, I'm done with the turn up shit. We're into R&B. I didn't even like bring it there slowly. I'm just like, this is where we're going. This is the only way I'm going to be able to last up here is by just playing things that I'm about to enjoy playing.
Would you play R. Kelly?
I don't think I played R. Kelly because I'll only do that if I have the crowd enough. This was not me having the crowd. This was the crowd having a good time leaving. This was a very clear decision that I made to wrap the night up. And sometimes that's good. I mean, you as a DJ, like, there's no worse feeling than playing music and people are just leaving. But unless that's exactly what you're trying to do, then it's mission accomplished.
So it was all on purpose, pretty much.
Yeah, sort of. But it's always a fight. It's always like, okay, I understand and I know that what I'm doing right now is not what they want, but also I don't care, but also, damn, I'm up here and I look stupid, but also I don't care. You know, it's like a constant back and forth. So I fully acknowledged that, but it was that, right? And that was like, not the worst night. I mean, I've come home and been like, God damn, I don't think I'm ever going to DJ again. And like, I'm like having intrusive thoughts about the people that saw me do what I did up there. And like, it's just like, I don't think I could ever show my face again. Like, it wasn't that, but it was just like, oh man, I don't know. I need something for me. So then the next night, I'm playing at a different spot, Saturday night. I get there, no cap on the crossfader.
Just raw dog, those scratches, huh?
It's a controller. It's the controller where you can put a stick in it. It's like the DDJ 1000, but the stick version, you know, whatever that is.
XDJ, whatever.
Yeah. And so, I mean, confession time. I said, if the crossfader doesn't have a cap, but Fader 4 has a cap, I'm going to rip the fader right off of Fader 4 and put it on the crossfader. So in the process of trying to correctly remove the fader, you know, you have to remove that, like, that middle plastic, that white plastic middle piece. I got a safety pin. I go over there. I'm trying to, like, get that piece out so I could pull it off. Cracked it off. Just broke it.
So now the crossfader is missing one. and one of the up faders is missing one now
Oh,
too.
well, I'm a pretty crafty guy, so I took the broken fader, and then I realized that even had I gotten that fader off correctly, for some reason the crossfader cap is different than the volume fader cap on that particular controller.
If it has a mag bell crossfader, I think it is.
Yes, it's like fatter. It's a fatter piece of metal. It's not. If I had taken that off correctly, I wouldn't have been able to get it onto the crossfader. So I'm like, okay, I already broke this piece off, so I might as well just try and shove it onto the crossfader now. So I basically took it and forced it onto the crossfader, and like the metal ends of the crossfader kind of almost poked through the plastic and like held it, and it held strong the whole time.
A makeshift crossfader cat.
Yeah, so I just had to be really careful with it. It did its job. So I won on that one. The club lost, I'll tell you that. But it was just it was at a spot which I'm not going to name because it feels like the place is falling apart a little bit. The bathroom, like the toilet paper holder is like hanging off the wall, and the toilet paper is like sitting on the floor, and the soap dispensers are broken off of their holders, and like it's the small little things that in the grand scheme of owning and operating a business, I think that you look at and you're like, damn, I should fix that. But also, I have this liquor order that's worth $10,000 coming in an hour. And then after that, I have to go meet with the meat distributor. And after that, I have to go meet with the partners. And like, there's so much other more important work to be done that type of shit falls to the wayside. But also to a customer, that type of shit is what you look at and you're like, damn, like what's going on here? Who's not taking care of this establishment? Like it's a nice establishment, you know?
Yeah.
So that was my first inkling of like, oh, I don't know if this place is what it was last year or the other 4 or 5 times I played here. Then the dude in charge was running around and scrambling, and you could tell he's like really scrambling to promote and get people in, and it just felt it wasn't the vibe that I felt there before, where it was like this is a fun operating party that people know about and come to and enjoy themselves, and like we're about to turn it up. It was like we got to make something happen in here.
What's the last time you were there?
The last time I played there had to be over the summer. I want to say July maybe.
So,
And by all means, I could be wrong. This is just like my thoughts of what's going on in the room. I could have read it wrong. I read rooms fairly well, but I could be wrong. So don't quote me on any of this. I know that I have a very serious hat on that makes it seem like everything I'm saying is in fact truthful, but I could be wrong.
regardless, it wasn't probably the best night though.
It wasn't great. It was like a slow start. You could tell that people showed up and were ready to party, and then like the room wasn't filling up, so it was like, all right, well, let's go see what's next door. This place ain't that popping. But you would see those same people come back after like an hour. You know, it was like the bounce around, and it's also the start of slow season. It's the weekend before Halloween. That doesn't help. It's the start of it's starting to get a little bit cold. The holidays are coming up. Like we're coming to the end of the year. It's the fourth quarter. It's like the beginning signs of slow season. So that doesn't help. It's everything's adding up, I think, at once over there, and it's not serving them well at the moment. But I do like the spot, and I love the people that run it, and I really wish them well. That's for sure. Because DJing there was really fucking fun when it's a party.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. It's just like, how long do I want to do that? And I always go back to like, all right, well, let me make a bunch of money. Let me make all the money I can before I go and maybe try and start to do something else. And then it's like, that's the final nail in the coffin. That's when the burnout really sets in. I'm trying to only work 3 times a week so that I'm not burnt out by having to do these fucking hip hop sets for the people that want them. Like, I want to do that and enjoy it like I did. But then one too many, and I'm on Sue Watch, and I never want to DJ again. And I'm calling Khalid to try and learn how to do titles so I can be a title agent. And like, I just gotta fucking keep the good balance and remember that this is the best job in the entire universe. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I don't really know why Shane canceled on us, but we'll find out soon.
Right in the comments, yo man, my bad, sorry, that meeting really did go long.
I mean, I don't think he was lying. He probably really did have a meeting, and he's out here getting that money. I'm not mad at him.
Sure.
But yeah, and then after my gig on Saturday, speaking of Mr. Han, I walk out, I'm on Randolph. This motherfucker's sitting in his this dude's got like a pickup truck that's made for like driving cattle cross country.
What the
This
fuck?
dude has like
Ranch?
he's got an enormous fucking pickup truck, and he's just in there. And I hope that I'm not like blowing up his spot right now, but he was just in there smoking a bong with my other boy, his boy, Habibi Beats. I hope I'm not like snitching on anyone right now. Like, they don't want their parents to find out they smoke weed or something.
Not in the truck.
But I was like, they offered me a hit out of this bong in the whip, and I was like, I can't deny that. Like, if they were smoking a joint or something, it's like normal activity. I'm like, I gotta get home. But they were like, yo, come hit this bong in the back of this F-150 or like F-350. And I was like, that's awesome. Of course I'm gonna do that. So I'm just in the back of Mr. Han's car smoking weed, talking shit. It was great. That was a nice way to end the night.
I wouldn't picture him as a truck guy. That's for sure.
I was shocked. And he even had like the laptop holder like the cops have, right on the dash right there. He's just got his computer set. I'm like, do you work for the police? He's smoking a bong in his car. I'm like, what's happening here?
I thought you were gonna say he was like setting up his playlist as he's on his way to the club.
I mean, he might. This was after, so who knows what he does before.
A stock trader. It's like watching fucking the market just go up and down.
He's something like that. I mean, he's got money with that big ass truck. You basically just see dollar bills flying out of the exhaust on that thing. You know the gas is crazy.
That shit's diesel probably too.
That'd be better actually. Yeah. So I'm in my after this weekend, I think I've finally made it to my hat era. Every DJ has that hat era. Cutswell had it. Dolo's in it right now. And normally I gauge things by Dolo being, 5, 6, maybe even 7 years ahead of me and where I'm at in my journey. But I think I just got there.
So do you think that's kind of the equivalent for DJs as it is for white girls and the basic fall fit, like the hat, the boots, and
No,
the
the
plaid shirts?
the fall fit is like a seasonal, exciting, like, oh, I can't wait to sip on a pumpkin spice latte and be in my cozy Uggs. Like, I'm pulling these out of the closet. I've been here before and I can't wait to go back. The DJ hat era is like, I don't know what to do. I'm scrambling and I think that this hat will fix things. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if A-Track happened to that whole thing when he had his hat era.
I got to imagine he was going through something similar. That's when you see a DJ with this hat on,
He's going through it.
you know that he's going through it. It's an identity crisis, is what it is.
Yo, no, people are gonna come up to Sean Mack and be like, yo, I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple guys that came into the game with the hat. And I mean, Sean Mack was in the game long before I got in there. So I don't know how long he's been rocking that hat. But as far as I've been following him, I feel like he's had the hat. It wasn't an era that he entered. It was an accessory that he arrived with.
So it was the beginning with no end.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Sean Mack going through his Identity Crisis probably looks like him wearing like a one of those chauffeur hats, I think, you know, like a backwards Kangol or something. I would imagine, you know, but I don't know.
Well, alright. Battle raps cause I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, cause the ice on which they skating is so thin. That's what I love about the human soul. It'll usually show when the truth ain't told. Use a lie.